Hello, welcome to another edition of Puddle Glum's music collection. How are my Narnians out there? So today we're going to talk a little bit about Pink Floyd's new, well not new, their 1987 album, Momentary Lapse of Reason, which was remixed, remastered, re-put out there. This was on one of their latest box sets. It was already in there for everybody to hear, but they since redid it for vinyl and they put it out there. So they tried to take a little bit of the 80s edge off it, tried to make it more for today, so it would be a little bit timeless. The remix on this, I think it depends, and if you were more of an early Pink Floyd person before the breakup, or if you were an 80s kid and you discovered Pink Floyd through Momentary Lapse of Reason or Division Bell. I don't hate the new remix. I don't mind the other one from the 80s either. I think there's places where it works and places where it doesn't, but overall it's pretty good. They take a little bit of that edge off, but I don't know if you really want that edge off. It just depends on who you are and how you feel about it, I think. I think it's some parts a little bit too much bass, maybe a little muddy, but I don't know. I think it sounds good, and I never really liked a lot of that big 80s sound much anyway, so I enjoyed it a little more. But there's something about that album, Momentary Lapse of Reason, which, you know, you kind of like that a little bit in it. This was the first departure away from Roger Waters. I always feel like this Pink Floyd album is kind of a solo album of David Gilmour's, the same way I feel like the Final Cut is a Roger Waters solo album. And, you know, he brought in a lot of musicians, a lot of people into this. You know, and of course, Bob Ezrin helped him with production. Of course, we know Bob did a lot with The Wall. Yeah, so he's got a lot of different players on this, but I think they tried to incorporate more from Wright on this. Try to add some more tracks in there from Wright and Nick Mason on this one. I think they took it from some this is what I've heard. They've taken some things from some live shows and added them in there, but I don't know. It sounds pretty good though. And of course you have, you know, some great bass playing on there from what's his name? That great bass player. So it eludes me. Peter Gabriel's bass player. Anyway. We all know who he is. He did the stick. And for some reason now I can't think of his name. Anyway, he does some great bass on here. It's gonna irritate me. Anyway, so I feel like the remix on this is pretty good. Some of you, I've heard some people hate it, some people really love it, but kind of in between. A lot of these remixes I feel are just another side that you can listen to, that it just sounds different. It isn't good or bad. I felt like that about those Steven Wilson Yes remixes, that it wasn't better, it was just different. And that's what I feel about this, I guess. It does take a little of that 80s edge off. But yeah, it comes with a nice book. And they actually got more pictures with Richard Wright in here, which they didn't have before. You know, before on the 1987 album, they didn't really have they didn't have any photos, I don't think, of Richard Wright, but they had him in the credits. And I really don't know how much he did on it, just like I don't know how much Nick Mason really did on it. But yeah, it's got a really nice little booklet with it. And then we got the new cover art. The album feels like a little plastic waxy is over it there. There it is. Of course I got the I don't know if they did this in colors or not. I got the black vinyl. So yeah, I think it's all right. Now, what I did not like is the remix on Pink Floyd that was done on Delicate Sounds of Thunder. So this is the big Delicate Sounds of Thunder that was redone. And this was remixed, but the remix on this I do not like at all. And I think a lot of people don't. I don't know, I just don't like where things were placed. I don't like just doesn't sound good to me. But it's a nice package. You know, you've got 3 different discs. You've got a nice booklet in here. So you got the nice booklet. So yeah, it's nice to have. I wish I had the original. Again, I have some CDs of it, but I wish I had the original Delicate Sounds of Thunder again. When they released the Pulse, I don't think that was remixed. I just think it was remastered. That still sounded great, but I just did not like the remixes on this Pink Floyd's Delicate Sound of Thunder. But Momentary Lapse of Reason, I like it. It's all right. But both of them are packaged well, just like all the Pink Floyds, and they all sound good as far as like the vinyl. So that's what I got for that. Pick them up if you want. I think they're on all the streaming stuff. If you want to hear it, it kind of gives you an idea. It's definitely not vinyl. But so this is Marty. See you later, Narnians. Bye.